Well, when it comes to the issue of a girl that is attracted to a particular girl, a young girl attracted to a particular young guy, um, the guy may sound or appear to be non-responsive. There are different reasons for that. One of the reasons is that men are created to exhibit some form of being a hunter. They sort of carry that hunting instinct, so to say. So now, if it appears as though the hunted is here hunting, it confuses the guy because he's not used to being hunted. That's the first thing. The hunter hunted type of a scenario would confuse him if he suddenly becomes the hunted. Because that is why then the Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. The reason it says that is because it has been instilled inside the heart of a man to be the hunter, to be the one who finds, to be the hunter or to be the finder, so to say. And it has been instilled in the heart of a woman to act as the one who must be sought after, to act as the one who must be searched after and be found. So these dynamics are very, very important, especially for women to understand, because remember, men have some form of a natural family leadership in the inside of him. It has been installed by God from the beginning. What does that mean? It means that when a woman suddenly seems to start some form of a leadership to him or try to lead him, to some extent it turns him off. And the reason it turns him off, it's because he feels as though he's out of place, because his job or his responsibility, especially in a relationship setup or in a marital setup, has been somewhat compromised. So as a result, then he gets confused because he doesn't know which role to play now, because in a relationship setup, he hardly knows how to play the follower role, so to say, or the assistant role, or the helper role. But he is more comfortable to play the leader role, because that's the role that has been given to him by the Lord. It is in the inside of him already. So in a case where a girl is attracted to a particular boy or a particular guy, I really believe that he must, or she must, to some extent, give him an opportunity to hunt, an opportunity to seek, an opportunity to find, rather than her going on as a hunter, because that to some extent may really confuse him. But here's something else that I think we really need to know. Men, just as hunters, have their own strategy and take their own time and use their own instruments and use their own positions. Sometimes they may not be the expected positions or the expected time or the expected, instrument, hunting instrument, so to say. So that can also confuse the lady, because she believes, oh, he could have spoken to me by now. Oh, he could have said this by now. I mean, we went on 2 dates already and he hasn't spoken anything or tried to kiss me yet, or things like that. So, and again, the issue of culture and cultural standards or traditional standards also plays a part here, because you find a lady that has a Muslim standard, or an Indian standard, or a Caribbean standard, and you also find a guy that has a Caribbean standard or a Brazilian standard or US standard or Christian standard, Muslim standard, Chinese standard, Indian standard, African standard, things like that. So that may also to some extent complicate things. you know um, so as things stand, in most cases, I just want to say that the girl needs to give this gentleman an opportunity to seek, an opportunity to search, an opportunity to find her. But she must not be too hard to find. Some other people try to play the hard to get. Sometimes you think you play the hard to get whilst you're playing the impossible to get. So that's also very much possible. So in these dynamics, I think it's very, very important, for a lady to understand as well, the cultural setup, the traditional standards, and the ethics, the values, and the moral standards that that particular guy plays on, or is in the territory on, at, so to say, because once the lady understands where he comes from, then he would be able to understand also his ways and processes to some extent. But at all times, I really believe that they both should exercise caution, and they both should exercise prayer, and they both should also exercise patience.